and had to do a double take. All right, you gotta remember, a lot of us have not been locked into the WNBA and haven't gotten any interest into the league until Caitlin Clark came into the league, and we decided to follow and support her coming out of Iowa. And of course, there have been, it seems like now, a lot of run-ins with a lot of different WNBA players, whether on the court or off the court, right? Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, Aja Wilson, Dijonai Carrington is another one, right? That she's had issues with. Angel Reese, Kennedy Carter, the list goes on and on. And there's a part of us, I believe, that feels like it's the entire league against Caitlin Clark.
The WNBA is no stranger to drama, and it's not just limited to what happens on the court. Off-court dynamics are grabbing attention as well. Nalyssa Smith and Dijonai Carrington were supposed to be teammates, but Nalyssa is now having second thoughts after Dijonai quickly moves forward. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark might be the one to gain from these shifting circumstances. But how did things unfold to this point?
Okay, so I have the stuffed chicken breast.
Turn the camera.
Okay, I have the stuffed chicken breast.
The WNBA is increasingly resembling a reality show rather than a professional sports league. Personal relationships, rather than game statistics or strategy, are taking center stage in the media. This shift is doing little to boost the league's image or financial standing. With so many players entangled in off-court drama, one has to question whether basketball remains the main priority, especially with the added attention on the Nalyssa and Dijonai situation.
What is it that Caitlin Clark is having to deal with in the locker room? Like, how bad is the collusion that could be going on? But I did not realize that Dijonai Carrington and Nalyssa Smith were so damn close. But they are very close, and it makes you wonder, what kind of fresh hell is Caitlin Clark having to deal with?
Nalyssa Smith and Dijonai Carrington may be teammates now, but the gap between them is evident. When Dijonai was in Miami, she shared nothing about Nalyssa. No posts, no photos, only focusing on workouts and motivation. Given Dijonai's usually active presence on social media, the shift is hard to overlook. Now that they're teammates, the tension is palpable. So, what caused the rift, and who else might be caught up in the situation now? Just when things seemed like they couldn't get more complicated, Natasha Cloud enters the picture. She and Dijonai are growing closer, and the connection is clear. Is it purely a teammate bond, or is there something more? They're spending time together, sharing inside jokes, and dropping subtle hints that fans are quick to notice. Meanwhile, Nalyssa Smith is keeping a low profile, but in a league where personal lives dominate the narrative, staying out of the drama is nearly impossible. It's starting to look like Nalyssa wasn't just left behind. She may have been replaced. While off-court drama dominates the headlines, Caitlin Clark stands out. She's getting endorsements, fan engagement, and respect while staying focused on basketball, unlike others caught in personal drama. The real question is, will the WNBA ever prioritize competition over gossip? So, what's next? Can Nalyssa and Dijonai move past their differences and refocus on basketball, or will this fallout disrupt the team's dynamics? If they managed to stay professional and direct their energy toward the game, they could turn their team into a serious contender. With both being elite players, what if this tension pushes them to prove everyone wrong and come back stronger? That's the kind of storyline WNBA fans would love to see. What if things don't go as planned? If Nalyssa and Dijonai can't put their differences aside, we could see tension on the court and a divided locker room. Could one of them ask for a trade? After all, off-court drama has led to moves in the past. Or perhaps this is just a temporary storm. If emotions settle, could they reconcile? For now, their attempt to turn the WNBA into a drama show has backfired spectacularly.
Slap by Carrington. Carrington and Mabry.
You chose to push narratives, take cheap shots, and make things personal instead of focusing on basketball. Letting egos and emotions take the lead has resulted in a messy fallout that has nothing to do with the game. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is thriving, keeping her attention on talent and performance, while you've turned the league into a stage for personal drama. Now, you're just an off-court distraction, and Caitlin doesn't even need to engage.
All right. She is the individual, let's just go right here, that's made these comments. And now, she's played Caitlin Clark very tough on defense this year. Probably the toughest defensive draw that Caitlin Clark has had all year long. Well, this was the infamous foul where Dijonai Carrington mocked Caitlin Clark as a flopper. She got destroyed, by the way, for that by fans. But check this out right here. This was the flop, and she's going to mock her right there. There we go. That's just one of her answers.
While you two stir up drama, Caitlin Clark is filling stadiums, breaking records, and landing major deals. She's focused on making history, not on personal lives. Fans can't help but shake their heads at how unprofessional this all looks. Sponsors want success, not distractions, and Caitlin's making millions while you're trending for all the wrong reasons. Instead of being the faces of the WNBA, you've become a cautionary tale of what happens when you focus on everything but basketball.
It's never sacrifice what you want most for what you want at the moment. And that's something that has stuck with me forever. There's so many times growing up where like I wanted to go do what my friends was doing because I'm young and I'm, you know, whatever, young and turned. That's what these kids are saying nowadays. I'm young and I'm turned, but there's things that I couldn't do.
Did not want to get involved in the I'm not wading into the political waters and all this kind of thing. Well, during that press conference, Dijonai Carrington came out and slammed Caitlin Clark because she didn't want to go all, let me check all these boxes, right? This is what she said. Dog, how can one not be bothered by their name being used to justify racism, bigotry, blah, 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 blah? We all see this shit. We all have a platform. We all have a voice, and they all hold weight. Silence is a luxury. All right? She got destroyed for that, by the way. I mean, people were like, do you want us to watch the league or not? Seriously. So then she slammed the fans. Unfortunately for all these new fans, and when they say new fans, they're talking about